In this video, I'm going to show you why using PowerPoint Live and Excel Live will help you to create a collaborative, engaging, and inclusive Microsoft Teams meeting. Okay, as a follow-up to last week's What the Tech tip, I wanted to show you how to use PowerPoint Live and Excel Live when you're presenting in Microsoft Teams meetings. I am already logged in to a Microsoft Teams meeting. I'm going to go up to the Share button on the top right-hand side of my screen. Here, I can see the various different options for ways to share my screen. But for today's purposes, I'm only going to show you PowerPoint Live and Excel Live. You can see here that because I'm signed in to my @nassauboces.org account, it's already pulling up for me the most recent PowerPoint and Excel sheets that I have been working on, so I can quickly access any slide deck or worksheet that I may need to share in this meeting. However, if you do not see the PowerPoint or the Excel sheet that you need to share during your meeting, scroll down to the bottom where it says Browse OneDrive or Browse My Computer to find the correct PowerPoint slide deck or Excel worksheet. As the presenter in the meeting, you have a unique view that lets you control your presentation while staying engaged with your audience and seeing people's videos, raised hands, reactions, and chats as needed. And first, I'm going to show you, if you click the 3-dot ellipses, you can spotlight for everyone, specific people in your video presentation that may be presenting or talking. And you can also pin specific audience members during your presentation. So I'm going to click in here and use this PowerPoint as an example. So currently, as the presenter, I get to see my screen that shows me the slide that I am sharing with the audience. It also shows me the rest of the slide deck across the bottom of my screen. And also, as you click along in your slide deck, if you have any presenter notes associated with each slide, you would see those here. You can also change the size of the notes that you may have included in your presentation. While you are presenting, you will have several different types of tools to use. Here's where you would navigate forward through your slide deck, which changes what slide the audience and participants are seeing at the moment. You can also click into grid view so you can see all of your slides and immediately click into the one that you would like to share. If you click the 3-dot ellipses, you have 3 options here. 1, to hide the presenter view. 2, to show your slides in high contrast. And 3, you can translate your slides. So I can change my original slide language to any other language that I would need to at that time. If you click Translate Slides again, you can always go right back to the original language. Next up are your pen tools. First one is a laser pointer that will show and then disappear. If you double click on the laser pointer, you will have the option to change the thickness and the color of the laser pointer. Next up is your pen. Again, it's default to red, but if you double click, it gives you multiple options. You can change the thickness, the color, and you can also create an arrow tip for your pen. You could do a single arrow or a double arrow. Highlighter, again, double click, gives you the option for changing the thickness and the color. And finally, the eraser. If you double click, it's going to ask you if you want to erase all the ink on the slide, which will take everything off immediately, or you could just use the single eraser, which will give you the option to erase a single line. At the top of the screen, I wanted to point out a few more tools that are really useful to use during your Microsoft Teams PowerPoint Live meeting. Next up is layout options. So if you come to the top of your screen and you click Layout, you have 2 options here. Content only, which is what you're seeing now, just showing the slide deck, But the next option is Standout. It puts them in front of the slide deck they are presenting, gives it a little bit more of a personal feel. As the host, you have the option to prevent participants from moving through the shared presentation on their own. So if this is not checked off, participants have the option to click through your slide deck at their own pace. If you do not want that to happen, just click on Private View and it will prevent your participants from clicking through your slide deck at their own pace. So just a quick recap. As the presenter in a Microsoft Teams meeting using PowerPoint Live, you have the ability to engage and collaborate with your audience all on one screen. On my screen, I am currently seeing the slideshow that I am presenting, the entire slide deck that I will be showing at the bottom. I have my chat open on the right-hand side, and I can see my participants across the top. So again, another way to be able to quickly see if somebody has their hand raised or has reacted in any way to my presentation. I see everything all on one screen using PowerPoint Live during my Teams meeting. Here's another way to present your PowerPoint in Microsoft Teams using PowerPoint Live. If you have the slide deck open and you come up to the top right-hand side of your screen, it will say Present in Teams. If you click that button, it will automatically pop you into your current meeting and ask you if you want to present that slide deck to that meeting, and you click Present, and it will automatically begin your PowerPoint Live presentation. As a participant in a Microsoft Teams PowerPoint Live meeting, you have, again, the option to toggle through the slide deck at your own pace if the presenter has given you the option to do so. So right now you can see that I cannot do that because the presenter has turned off participant navigation. So I also cannot see the grid view at the moment. But if I click the 3-dot ellipses as the attendee, I can magnify a slide only for myself, which is great. You can move around that slide just by clicking and dragging, be able to zoom in on a specific part of a slide that you really need to focus on, but not interrupt everybody else's view. You also have the ability to turn on the high contrast view for the slides, again, only affecting your view as a participant. And again, you as a participant have the ability to translate the slides for yourself in any language available in this list. If the presenter has allowed the participants to move through the presentation on their own, you as the participant will be able to navigate the slides and move along at your own pace. You can also sync to the presenter. So if you have moved through the slide and you want to go back to the slide that the presenter is currently speaking on, click Live Sync to Presenter and it will bring you right to that spot. And you also will have the grid view option, again, if the host has turned this on for all participants. Okay, now onto the Excel Live in Microsoft Teams meetings. Again, if you go up to the Share button on the top right-hand side of your screen and scroll down to where it says Excel Live, you will again see any current workbooks that you may have worked on or have been shared to you, or you may currently even have open on your computer, will be here. If you don't see what you need, please always come down to the Browse OneDrive or Browse My Computer option to pull up the workbook that you need to share in the Teams meeting. Today's purposes, my workbook is right here, which is perfect. So I'm going to click on that workbook and watch as it opens up. Now, you will be asked to share with all participants so that everyone in the meeting will then have access to that Excel workbook. The reason for this, again, is that you're going to be collaborating on the Excel workbook and everyone will be editing during the meeting. So you want to be able to share access with every participant in the meeting. So you will be clicking share. And now again, every participant and host in the meeting will have access to live edit in real time, and I will show you from both views. So you can actually even see who is in your workbook and who made what comment by just hovering over the area, and a bubble will pop out with their name. And again, everyone in the meeting has the ability to click through your entire workbook and be able to work on maybe the part that is assigned to them while all being in the Teams meeting and collaborating at the same time. These two new features of Microsoft Teams meetings are a perfect way to collaborate and engage while working in real time. Finally, if you want to share a workbook in your Microsoft Teams meetings using Excel Live, that option within the workbook itself is only available on the web version of Microsoft Excel. And you would find that up in the top right-hand corner, underneath the Share button. You will see an option called Co-Edit in Teams. So if I click Co-Edit in Teams, again, it will pop me right into my Teams meeting. It again will ask me if I want to share this workbook with all participants, so everyone will be able to access and edit. Once I click Share, again, now everyone has access to this workbook and I can begin editing and collaborating in real time. Now you know how to use PowerPoint Live and Excel Live in your Microsoft Teams meetings. Stay tuned for next week's What the Tech tip. See you then.